Hello, friends. I'm not sure. I don't know how everyone is in tune for meditation or eager. Hello, Jamie. How are you, dear? Jamie, where are you located? I know Prince. Prince, where are you? You are in West Coast, I know, but what part? Hello, Seti. Good to see you as well. Remind me, guys, where you guys are each located and from where are you tuning in? Hello, John. Good morning. Jamie, you're in Hayward, California. Okay. Prince. Oh, you're in the Philippines for vacation. Okay. Seti, Toronto. Good. Don Diego. Hello, dear. All right, just get your teas and coffee or whatever it is, cocoa or whatever it is that you like. And we'll give it a couple of minutes and we can chit chat until the others join us. Mary Jane, good to see you. Mary Jane, let me know which part of the world you are. Hello, Alan. Alan, which part of the world are you located? I would like to know where everybody is. That helps me out. Okay, give me one moment. I'll be right back. I gotta clean this. Or maybe I can do it with my tie. Isn't that what ties are for? So we can actually clean our glasses with. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I knew there's a reason for men wearing tie. I mean, I wear a tie. There we go. Actually, wow. So this is actually a glasses cleaner we are hanging on our neck. It's useful. Useful. I like useful things. Oh no, you'd be surprised, Alan. There have been other people from Armenia, and it's always wonderful to have all walks of life, all people around the world to join at least an hour a day, an hour a week. Brenda, good to see you, dear. So, I guess it's good for us to start with any kind of a question that you have regarding thoughts, consciousness, fears, desire, and ego, relationships, breakups, and things that was on your mind. Remember, everyone, do check my YouTube channel, which the link is up there. There are over 440 or 50 videos now, short and long, detail, and just right to the point of a certain question. And also, please do check my site, mindthatseekstruth.com. There are a few books that I've written there to help you, and one of them is Me, My Psyche, and I. This book has many wonderful things, short or long. If you take a look at the content of, the chapters, the contents, and you can look at the table of contents to see what the chapters are entailed, then you get an idea what the book is all about. There are many wonderful things. This book is over 360 pages, and it'll give you lots of good things to use in your life. Philosophical, help with sufferings and understanding and your mind and how it functions and meditation and so on and so forth, and many, many more. And then there is also another book called Transient Thoughts and Me, which is, these are thoughts that appear in your head and you have no idea where they come from and why are they here. Would they have anything to do with me, my interests, my character? Does it define me? What do I do with them? And all these are part of the things that you need to know about your life. And of course there's another book which is over about 600 pages, which is the Breakup Pain Handbook. And in combination with my Facebook page, the site, and the YouTube channel, you should be able to have a way to deal with your day on the things that you may have a little bit of a challenge in understanding or how to deal with them. Of course, there is the Skype consultation available on my site. They can go and make an appointment and we can have a one-on-one. And then, of course, you will have a better understanding of your mind and connection with the nature's energy and go from there. So don't forget to check all these supports that is available there. And Chester, I never did go out of action, Chester. I've been here Saturday and Sundays. You might have been neglecting the group and not being here. So now we're looking for questions. We can start our conversation today on what might be on your mind. While people join us, we can start. So if you have any question right now that you would like to discuss, we can. Until then, I'll have my tea. A while ago, someone asked me the difference between knowledge and wisdom and insight. And I made an explanation, a light explanation, I think it was some question like that. I'd like to elaborate a little bit more on insight. Well, you know, thought is always limited, and thought is interfering with our perception of things, and thought is time. Time and thought is the same. We've discussed this in other videos and other live talks, and also in my book about time, thought and time. So thought is limited, thought is time, time and thought, therefore time is limited, and in such limited forum, let's say, there would be no insight. Insight will happen when there is no thought involved, because when the thought is involved, its movement is in limited field, therefore insight will be limited, and that's no longer insight. Insight is an absence of thought and time. That's when such pure understanding, pure insight appears. Otherwise, it's a perception based on content of your consciousness and how thought and time moves in that field. Just something for you to ponder and add to my other explanation, which again, it's a very simplified explanation, which is a longer subject to discuss. So, Murtaza says, why do we still love our ex even though we know that they betrayed you like nobody else could? And John Jawuban asks, I still have dreams about my ex. Is there a way to stop it? It's been about a month since our breakup. Why do you want to stop it? Depends if it's a good dream or bad dream. If it's a good dream, enjoy it. If it's a bad dream, you know it's a dream, so heck with it. It's like you saw a movie. We'll come to that. Don Diego asks, can I ask why your website is named Mind That Seeks Truth? How did you come up with that name? Well, because mind is stupid. Mind, just because something appears in it, a thought appears, and because it's in the mind, you say it's in my mind, and you can't find it a credible source, and then you believe it. But not everything that comes to mind is truthful. A thought is not necessarily true. All thoughts are based on the content of the consciousness. It depends on what kind of garbage we have in our consciousness. That's a thought, and that doesn't mean it's a truth just because it's in our mind. So this is a mind, meaning the subjects, the topics, in search of, pursuit of, the truth of thought, and the combination of interaction between thought and consciousness, fears, ego, desire, and so on. Therefore, we are looking for how it actuality is, and should we believe and follow our thoughts, and when and how and what parameters and so on. So that's a short of your long answer. I mean, short of the answer. An answer. Jessica, I want to thank you for helping me. Your guidance has helped me find a wonderful, kind, caring, loving man. Okay, good. I'm glad that you are able to sort things out and continue, and don't always think there's a dead end. There's always paths to open up in such matters of relationship. Alan also says, here's my question. I had a relationship which took 6 years. It ended 4 to 5 months ago, and I'm doing better than expected, and thanks to you. Thank you. You're welcome. But the only thing that makes things difficult is when I think her sleeping with someone else. Okay. You're not alone. That's just a normal expectation of thoughts to gravitate after a long relationship or short one. The feeling of thinking her having sex with someone else makes me lose the control of myself. Is there a way to pass this situation and not care if she's laying with someone else? What's the reason of this dilemma? All right. Okay. I guess we have enough questions, so we should start answering them rather than just reading them. All right. The first one that I read was, I believe, there was here somewhere. Chris, no, that wasn't Chris. I have a new job coming up on Monday. What are your tips for making a good start? Just a start. Don't worry about how you start. Just pay full attention, focus on what you're doing. We come back to that also. What happened to that question that I started? Okay. I think it was Murtaza, said, why do we still love our ex even though we know that they betrayed you like nobody else would? In a short video excerpt of one of my longer videos, about 5 minutes, I explained this actually, and I uploaded it just last night. When you break up, okay, when you're single, you have a certain way of doing things in life. You have a certain routine. You have a certain order. It's you and the world, you and your day. And you have certain way of negotiating that day. That's called your order. Now, we've talked about this before in videos and other live talks. We're going to simplify it a little bit here because we have lots of wonderful questions. So that's your order. That's the way you do things. That's the way you live. When you get together with your boyfriend or girlfriend or your partner, you have an order, a certain way of doing things, and your partner has an order when you were both single, on your own, living on your own. And this order of yours and his order would be interfering with each other. This order of his is an obstacle to your way of life, your order, and your way is an obstacle to his way of life, his order. That's why at the beginning when you guys are lovey-dovey, you won't notice it, but eventually when things settles down and then you start getting on each other's neck, that this is not the way I like it, that's not the way I like it, because you're used to your own order and he's used to his own order. After a while, you compromise and you come up with a new order. That's a relationship order. And you settle into that. The longer this relationship takes, the more you become in tune and you become used to, accustomed to this new order, which you two, by toleration and compromise, have created. Now, when you break up, you have a little bit of a difficulty because things again changed. You have been used to this order and you're back to the way that you're supposed to be before the relationship, and you don't remember. You're not used to that anymore. So there's be turbulence. There'll be discomfort. There'll be insecurity, uncertainty, because a change. The change through which before the breakup you were feeling, you were benefiting from a psychological security, which is of course an illusion, the psychological security, but nevertheless you were feeling secure, you were feeling good, everything is in place. Now that it is not, you guys broke up, then you have a certain turbulence, certain uncertainty. There is not that psychological security available to you anymore. You're unsure, you feel insecure. That insecurity causes you go back into your memory, which is the field of the known. Your memory is a field where everything is known in there. You know everything that has happened. You've analyzed them 100 million times. You know how things are and about the memory between you and your partner. You go into your memory because you know everything there. Everything you remember how it was. And how it was what was giving you that psychological security, that certainty. The feeling of warmth, that I'm not alone, I'm this, I'm that, and everything is cool. And that memory gives you that feeling that now you're missing because you've separated and you feel insecure and uncertain. In order to make yourself secure and certain, you go back into the memory. You constantly seep into and seek refuge in your memory, because in the memory, everything is known. Everything was warm. And in that memory, you feel safe. You create an illusional life for you. And then you think you're actually missing the girl or missing your boyfriend or whatever it is that your relationship is. You think you're missing your partner. You're not missing a partner. You're missing certainty. You're missing security. You're missing the order that was created and you were feeling comfortable, known of how things are. Now you're just going back into that memory to be with that what was known to you, what was familiar to you, good or bad, but you knew about it. nothing mystery, nothing unknown. And in the known, there is a security. That's why we often seek that what it was, even though if the relationship was shitty, many people actually try to stay with it because they don't want to go out there in what is not known. They feel security in the known, even though if it was not good. That's where you think you should gravitate to create that sense of certainty and security. That's why you go in there. It's not because you miss her. It's not because she was wonderful or he was wonderful. It's because you feel insecure. And in the memory, there is known. Things are known and clear to you. And you find security in the known. All right. Hope that will help you out. Next question. Jamie says, "Hey, Mr. Mehran." Hey, Jamie. "What's the best mindset to stay focused on things you need to do, or more like goals, and how can we reach goals?" Well, have you seen these horses? I love horses. I just think of them as part of my family. I just love horses. And I used to ride a lot and compete a lot. So horses mean the world to me. But have you ever seen horses on racetracks that they have these two blinds on? Do you think why they put them on for the horse? Because these horses are very smart. They're smart and their attention they're curious and smart. They can notice and understand or analyze what that is, curious about what that is and what that thing is moving there. And therefore their attention will go to so many places because they're capable of paying attention to many different things and try to make sense of it all. When that happens, their abilities, their speed, their attention, their focus is divided to many things, which will divide their ability to complete that run, that race. So what they do, they put a blind on so they can't be distracted with all these other things that they're capable of paying attention and enjoying. So they will be focused on that one thing, totally on that, and making all efforts to make that come to where it's supposed to come to. That's called focusing. So for you, in order to get your goals happening, you must understand the difference between paying attention to these and the benefits of it for your life and its role in you arriving on the path and staying on the path to reach your destination, versus paying your attention and focus, spending it on other things, and what do they do for you? When you focus that, when I'm paying my attention and time, enjoyment, whatever it is, to this thing or that thing and that thing, and it actually doesn't pay me off, doesn't give me anything, doesn't get me any closer to my destination, what I have in mind, in my plans and goals, because I want to achieve this, and for that I know I got to do this, and what I'm doing now is not really doing this, which takes me to my destination. Therefore, what is it giving me? Nothing. Not what I'm looking for. If it's giving me something that I'm not looking for, it's wasting my time. It's like putting my coin in some kind of a machine, vending machine, that I know it doesn't give me anything. There is no food in there for me to buy. I put my money in there, I'm wasting my time. So therefore, you then become clear in your mind why I should be focusing on this that is supposed to be my goal. When you analyze that, the pros and cons, the benefits of what you're trying to achieve, and analyze what is the benefit of what I'm spending my time on in light of me getting to my goal, you will clearly understand as an intelligent person that this is not giving me anything and that does. Why should I sow my seed on rocks, which is not going to yield anything to me when the season comes, And therefore, I'm convinced that I have to plant my seeds on this fertile ground because this will yield what I'm looking for. That knowledge will help you to stay intelligently, logically, and the reason for on the path that you want to reach your goal. The benefit of it and what it does for your life versus what the other stuff that doesn't give you anything will do for your life, which is nothing. So I hope that will help you a bit. John says, I still have dreams about my ex. All right. You've been with your ex, you've been used to doing something for so long, and you long for her and so on and so forth, so you dream of her. Well, that will happen, especially that, you're run by hormones, on your hormones at this age, and any age pretty much. And the whole idea of desiring her is in your mind. Desire is one reason that you keep either thinking of your ex or you're dreaming of your ex. And for that, you need to understand how desire takes place. And then we talk about why, even though you've broken up, you still gravitate toward that kind of thinking, missing her, or maybe even dreaming of her. And most dreams are because during the day you think of what it is that you're doing so much and you're involved with it. And when you think about something often enough, it also, you see it in your dream. It continues that story in your dream because the material process of the mind is still active. You've constantly been thinking about it, processing something all through the day. So when you sleep, it can still be continuing on that process and automatically trying to get it to somewhere that would benefit you, or in some kind of an enjoyment, or the conditioning that you have given it to him. It's like a machine that you've turned it off, but it takes a while to cool off and actually shut down. So you may dream of it because you've been thinking of it all day long. But getting back to what we were trying to say, why do we actually desire someone is got to process desire. Let's say you see a horse from the distance. Your eyes connects with the horse and you recognize it's a horse and it's a beautiful horse and you like it. Or if it's a car that you like, you see a car and your eyes connects with the car and you like its shape and recognize it and you like it. So in both examples, you go closer. Your sensories are working, whether if you smell the stable, you smell the meadow, you smell the the whole environment of the where the horses are. There's a certain aroma to it that's sensory also. So your eyes saw it, your senses smelling it, and the car, your eyes saw it, and the whole whatever else, maybe the smell of the brand new car or something, you're in a show, auto show or something. All your sensories are working. So you go closer and you touch the horse. You touch the horse, you look at the horse, you could look at the mouth, you pat the horse. And while you're doing that, suddenly you imagine yourself. The beginning, imagination starts, that how it would be when you ride that horse. And as soon as these imaginations, how you train with that horse, how you interact with that horse, as soon as these imaginations start, in the form of the car, you go close to the car, you touch the car, you open the hood, look at the engine, you open the door, you sit in the car seat, you sit in the driver's seat, and you imagine yourself driving it, how other people will look at you, how you would feel when you're there. That images come to you. Once that images that we just talked about start forming your mind, desire appears. Desire to want to have this car, to give reality and actuality to the images that you just created by imagining yourself in that car and driving, how it would look if you have your girlfriend or boyfriend or partner, whatever, beside you, or whatever it is that you would want to go with this car, how you drive it, and with the horse, how you ride it, how you train it, what kind of saddle you put on it, and you see yourself on it and galloping with your friends or whatever. These images create the desire. So as long as these images have not been created, the desire is not there. Now you say, but I've broken up. I'm not seeing her, touching her anymore. Why do I desire? Because you have had this connection and touch and intimacy and togetherness and familiarity and all these things. And the images have already in the past been created and they're in your memory. So when you think of her, all the images that was necessary to create desire also come with it. The image of intimacy, image of holding hands, image of walking, kissing, doing whatever it is that you guys did together, the time you spent, the memories, all those images already have ingredients of what is necessary for desire to create. The imagination of the things that you like, and then desire to bloom, to be created. And when you think of her, all these files, emotional and pictorial and images that is necessary, prerequisite for the desire to create, also comes with the memory of her. And that's when the desire thinks that I should be created again, because all these prerequisites, all these images, all these criterias having involved the sensories are all there. It doesn't recognize as a memory. It just says it's all there, so I desire her. And again, because you've already created all that is needed for desire to be born and be created. So, Dan Diego, oh, we already answered that one, that's right. Jessica, okay. Alan, okay. He says, okay, this is my question. I had a relationship which took 6 years. It ended 4 to 5 months ago. I'm doing better than expected, thanks to you. But the only thing that makes things difficult is when I think her sleeping with someone else. The feeling of thinking her having sex with someone else makes me lose the control of myself. Is there a way to press this situation and not care if she's laying with someone else? That's the reason of this dilemma. Okay, first of all, you do not want to where's the word? You do not want to press this situation or this thinking. You don't want to depress it. You don't want to put it aside. You actually want to clearly be clear about this. Clearly be clear. That's very innovative. You want to clearly be clear that she is actually sleeping with somebody else. Just imagine that clearly. Yes, and she has all the right to do so. She's a free person. She's a woman who has maybe found somebody else. Maybe she is right now, even when we're talking, making love to someone else. And maybe she won't for a while. Maybe she's already doing it. Maybe she's doing it every night. Just understand that. It's part of the reality of life. You don't own anybody, and nobody owns you. And you have all the right to go and find somebody else. If it's suitable to you, then have a relationship with her. So do not try to put that aside as, oh, I'm okay as long as that hasn't happened. No. Make it happen even if she hasn't done it yet. In your mind, make it happen. Because it's going to happen anyhow. Once you get that out of your head, that this is happened already, yeah? And just imagine whatever you want to imagine that she's doing. Everything that you did or she may be wanting to do. Get that out of your system. And then realize that your value, your manhood, your ability to negotiate life, your talents, your smarts, your intelligence, your worthiness has nothing to do with a girl giving you all that worthiness by laying beside you, and if she doesn't and lays beside somebody else, then you're no longer man enough. You're no longer the best enough. Because we've all been conditioned to think that we are supposed to be better than other people, and therefore we got to be comparing ourselves with other people, and we got to be more than what we are. All these bullshit conditionings through our childhood, that we've always been compared to so-and-so's son, so-and-so is doing better in math in classroom, so-and-so is nicer and politer, so-and-so is running faster, so-and-so is such a, this and that. The teacher compared us with the other students. The parents tried to manipulate us by saying, oh, look at so-and-so, such a good boy or such a good girl. And you have this certain kind of a complex, in a way, that I have to be better than somebody, so somebody else is better than me. And that has been now translated in you thinking that if something that you had, or a girl that was interested in you, or you were interested in, is no longer interested in you, or is now interested in somebody else, that all means that you're no longer more. And you're less than what you were, and therefore somebody else is now better than you. All these bullshit of comparison, and especially comparing yourselves and your value for this stupid way of thinking of, it's depending on who she sleeps with that defines my value. How the hell could that be of any logic? Then do you mean that if you sleep with another girl who's prettier than her, then your value goes higher, your intelligence goes higher, your worth and your capabilities, your smarts, your talents, and anything that you know suddenly increases because now you're sleeping with somebody prettier? Well, if that's the case, my goodness, why do we even go to school or learn anything? Might as well just go after what pretty girls are out there who wants to sleep with me, so then I can gradually or quickly get and attain that logic and knowledge and education and smartness, because it's all in fucking someone. Is that what it is? So if that doesn't happen, the reverse of it doesn't happen either. If she's fucking with somebody else, or hasn't chosen and now chose somebody else, it doesn't take anything away from you. Who is she that being with her makes you this and not being her makes you that? Is she the actual, the movement and measurements of bestowing upon us our worth and value and hierarchy in the society? No, it's just a girl who wants to have a boyfriend, and you're a guy who wants to have a girlfriend. There's nothing to do. Tomorrow, no matter who you sleep with, you get up, go to your school, you haven't studied, you get an F. You go to your job, you haven't done your project properly, you get fired. And you slept with a really pretty girl last night. How come? So it has nothing to do with that. So be okay with it. And she's what? She's end of the world, or she's a cure of common cold, or cure of cancer. What is she? What is her capabilities that gives you such a amazing feeling to be with her? Now that you're not with her, you think somebody else is better than you, or you're devastated because you're not with her? What did she bring to your life? If she was good enough, she would still be with you. So if she's not, you guys are not together, obviously you guys don't hit it off well. Which means she's no good to you. Better go with somebody else, and you free yourself from this. Don't give her so much value. What value is there if she's not ticking for you? So if this wheel doesn't turn for you, I don't care if it turns at all. Let it go with somebody else, and you focus on your life, build your life, and focus on finding somebody else who's suitable to your standards. And then you will see that all these thoughts and what you went through was nonsense, meant nothing, because now you found someone different and better. And you feel better about yourself by becoming independent in your values and worth, and not having anything to do with whom I am, who's my girlfriend, and if she's still with me, she affirms me, she's still approves of me, or she's gone with somebody else. She's not, nobody gave her the authority of handing out values and worth and class and quality and whatnot of a man. It just happens that she likes somebody else now, and you should like somebody else, because what she likes or does not like does not reflect on your worth and value. You are an independent person. You set your own values, and you set your goals, and you achieve what you want, and that's what changes your value to high or low, depending on how you affect your society, how you reach your goals, how you treat your friends and family, and how you negotiate your day-to-day life and challenges. That is what's all at stake. Not sleeping with someone to go high, and then if she's sleeping with somebody else, you should suffer. Who gives a shit? Go on. Stop this nonsense. Okay. Anjanette, hello dear. So, I hope that was helpful to you and you open your eyes and don't put such criterias on your worth and value, and live your life happy and independently. Okay, now, Russell. Russell says, is ego a bad thing? Can the ego be used as a tool for spiritual growth? Well, spiritual growth and ego are opposite of each other. So it's like saying, can I use gun to kill someone and then result in some some positive happening? Well, of course, that actually can happen if that someone is a threat to the humanity, and it has been decided that that person is a menace to the life on this earth or something like that, and it's decided by the authorities and the councils, and all aspects are understood. But anyhow, it's going off the subject, because I personally don't agree with any kind of a capital punishment or killings and so on. It was just supposed to be an example. It took a wrong path. But what I'm trying to say is that ego and spirituality are on two sides of the pendulum. At all have nothing to do with each other. You want to use ego to advance your spirituality. It's just like saying, can I have a more delicious food by putting some poison in it? That's the right example for this, not the other one. No, I don't think so. I've never benefited from ego other than suffering. Because ego is not an organ, is not something that is born with us. We don't come to this world and have a heart and liver and kidneys and eyes and ears and sense of this, sense of that, and an ego somewhere as a part of our body or soul or mind. Ego is a program that we acquire while we're growing up, and it has nothing to do with being part of or any positive part of humanity. It's a program, and it's a conditioning that we happen to receive through the societies and communities that we are raised in, and of course is a part of a conditioning program that is being taught to us by the people who learned it, which it came through years, 1,000 years ago, that this ego constantly, which is long discussion, but it has to do with that sense of insecurity, sense of wanting to be more, sense of trying to have a control on things and feel you're worthy, and all these things that really don't matter has somehow become so important that we go for protecting that ego, thinking that the ego is us, and that we're defined by how we satisfy our ego, which is a different story, a different time. But I would not think that spiritual growth, unless you choose that the more spiritually you grow, the lesser ego you have, then you can see a connection. Otherwise, not the other way around. Jamie says, same goes to you, Alan. Oh, okay. All right, you guys are talking to each other. Abhishek Gill says, how to deal with low self-esteem. Well, simply think. You've been having low self-esteem. Does that help you? Has that gotten you the things you want in life? Has that made you happy? Has that made you feel secure and safe and capable and confident? Has it given you all the things that you need to feel good and happy and confident in front of your friends or wherever, community or society or wherever you walk or you're doing whatever you're doing with other people? Has it helped you to get what you want? Has it helped you to advance in life? If the answer is no, the low self-esteem has not helped me enough that, then it obviously means it's something bad. You got to increase that. You got to actually be more confident. You got to actually develop yourself more. You got to actually become more knowledgeable. You got to actually learn things that will actually give you that confidence and ability and qualifications to stay on the path that you want to stay to reach your goals. Do things to encourage yourself to actually take steps, hard steps, to achieve your goals. And that will prove to you why you should increase your self-esteem. So, I basically think if the answer is very simple for you, logically tell yourself, I've been having a so low self-esteem, and have I gotten far in life? Have I gotten the things that I want? Have I gotten the job? Have I gotten, am I comfortable? And have I got the girlfriend that I want? Or I don't know if you're a man or woman, or, have you gotten the partner that you want? If the answer is no, that means, well, obviously low self-esteem is not good. And if it's not good, logically you say, hey, I want to improve myself. Because I'm in this life to have a comfortable life, to have a good time, to feel good about myself. And if this doesn't make me feel good about myself, and feeling good about myself is what I want and it's important to me, therefore this is not something that I can stick with. I don't want to stick with this. I want to go for high self-esteem. Because that's where I can score goals in any sports that I'm in. If you're having a low self-esteem, it's like you're hanging around, your head down in part of the field, and you're not really even watching the ball to go after it and score. If you have high self-esteem, that means you're actually looking for the ball, opportunities, go get the ball and get it passed to your friend, and they will pass it to you, and eventually you have an opportunity to score. That's the difference between low self-esteem and high stuff. Now, you choose which one you want to be in the field, which kind of a player you want to be in the field. Then that's the one you focus on and go make yourself to strive for that. Excuse me. Can confidence be a weakness as well as a strength? Stupid confidence, yes, because that leads to arrogance. Arrogance then clouds your judgment and leads and links to ego. And the ego doesn't let you actually see what is reasonable, what is not, what is worth to go after, what is not, what is worth to protect and what is not, and it's going to end up wasting your time. So, confidence is good, but depends on what you have confidence. Is it a deserving confidence or an illusional confidence? If it's fictional confidence, pretense of confidence, well, it's just useless. Confidence should be real. Anything that is real actually can be useful. But if it's not real, you pretend you have confidence, like people who put certain kind of glasses or handbag or clothing, and they don't have what it is that they're trying to portray. If they are an expert in law, or they're a doctor, or they're an engineer, and they're wearing that attire to create that confidence or the outlook that they create, they act like it is, and maybe give them a confidence, but it's a stupid confidence. They don't have anything to back it up. So that kind of a confidence is not actual. It's not confidence. It's just pretend. And pretend is not a confidence. So confidence, we're talking about a reality and a real, truthful confidence, a worthy one, a one that is justified. And then that won't be a weakness. But if it's a stupid confidence, it is not real, and it's make-believe, and it's just, showing off and pretending that I'm somebody, then it's stupid, it's weakness. And that's all I can say about it right now, I guess. Rob says, hello Mehran, thank you very much for all your videos, you're welcome. Do you have any tips on dealing with jealousy and how to overcome it, not just in a specific situation, but can it be rooted out completely? I have a segment, if you go on the YouTube and just key in the search in my channel, jealousy, you will have a few of them, I guess, or one or two of them. And please listen, because I really don't remember what I've said in it. And so please do that. Because I'm jumping from one topic to the other, so I may not really remember what the heck I've said. In most cases, I don't remember what I've said in the videos because I just say it and then I don't remember what I said. But you feel jealous when you don't think you are good enough, and you gotta question yourself. Why am I questioning myself that I'm not good enough? What's the measuring unit here to be good enough? Am I using other people's measuring stick to gauge and measure myself in what I think about myself? Or should I be simply focusing on that I am me and I love myself and I'm happy and I'm doing my best to become more knowledgeable and advance my knowledge and understanding of life and things and matters and subjects? And I'm great. I love myself. And if I do love myself, why would I even give a shit about thinking about who else has what? I don't care about what other people have. I don't care about how they look, what they are, what they go, where they go, what they do. I only care about the cup of tea that I have. I'm happy with this. I don't care if the other person has 2 cups of tea or whatever else they're drinking. I only think about, wonderful. I'm focusing my own life. When you're focused in your own relationship with the nature, with the universe, negotiating with your day-to-day life, you don't care about paying attention to what other people are doing. It's like you're running a race and you're going after a soccer ball and you keep looking at the other field and see if that guy is going after that soccer ball and how close is that guy to that one. How do you care? Focus on your own ball and go get it. Focus on your own track. Run as fast as you can. As long as you're focused on what you're doing, you will be successful and you get a good result. As long as you're running and keep looking at how far that guy is, how far is he running, is he behind me, is he ahead, then you will lose sight of your own life and your own focus on accomplishing your own run and achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve. So jealousy is like when you're focusing on that person's life, other people's life, what they're doing, rather than focusing on building your own building. How can you build your building, your construction, your bricks being laid properly when you keep looking at the other buildings being built and they're doing whatever they're doing? You're going to misjudge the bricks. You're going to fuck up your building. So jealousy is when you're actually not focusing on building your life. You're just trying to see what other people are doing, what difference they have with your life, and what you should catch up with. Jealousy when you're actually thinking that what they have is better than you. You must always feel what you have is the best. And you're doing the greatest that you can do in order to expand whatever your desires or your interests and your goals are in life. Just focus on your own life. Build your own life. Don't worry about what other people have or do or whatever. How can you be jealous for somebody else's stuff or what they're doing? Why would you be? But you care. They still got to get up, stinky mouth, clean their mouth, go eat something, go shit, go do their work and get money. But you care about their life. Focus about your own stuff. That's what you're here to do in this world. to build something out of yourself. And to do that, you got to be focused and happy about what you're doing, not about what other people have or doing. Why should you be jealous? If you don't pay attention to other people, what they have, what they do, what they accomplish, what not, you wouldn't be jealous because you're reading your own book. So you're focused on this. Now, watch that video. I think that explains in a different way. Yep, I do remember. Murtaza says, yep, I do remember that, but still after 8 months of breakup and being so much successful in my life and obviously dealing with so many beautiful girls than her on daily basis, still I can't fall for them and I end up missing her at the end of the day. Then Murtaza, with all due love and respect, then you're stupid, because you have thought that in order to satisfy your ego, you need to focus on what your ego wants to and how it can be satisfied by getting what has rejected you. And you now feel like that rejection has brought your worth down, and you want to bring your worth up, and you think doing that is only by getting her back, as if she's the holder of your worth and worthiness. Garbage. Your worth and worthiness is actually in the fact that you're becoming successful in your life, and you're happy, and you're having other friends. What does it have to do with her? You think just something has, as you have been conditioned to be more, we all been conditioned to be more through childhood. When we have something, we think we are more. And when we don't have that something, we think opposite of it, we think we are now less. But it doesn't work that way. You're neither more or less when you have something, or something is taken away from you or leaves you. Because you being what you are, more or less, and how you are, is all about how you think of yourself. So if you think you're less because she left you, then you're less. It's all in the thought. It doesn't have to be that way. The actuality of it is not what you think. It's your thought that makes you think what you think is an actuality. Life is an illusion. Most of thoughts are illusion. The actuality and reality is the illusion that you think about. Can you understand what I just said? Most things in life is an illusion. Most thoughts are illusion and nonsense and stupid, have no credibility. Reality is the illusion that you focus on. So if you focus on a certain thought, even if the thought has no credibility and it's bullshit, it's an illusion, it's dead, it has no actuality, it's a thought. But because you're focusing on that illusion, that thought becomes something that you think is real. Reality is the illusion that you focus on. Otherwise, most things in life and most things that you think about is just what you think about, which is just an illusion, has no reality. But you're focusing on it and you think because it's coming out of your mind, then it's a reality. Then you think that is the solution to your problem. I don't feel good, therefore I think I have to have her because she left me, therefore I am conditioned to think what leaves me is diminishing me, I'm less, now I have to be more because I'm conditioned to be more, and in order to be more, I have to get what has caused me to be less, which is her that has left me. So I gotta now strive for that. You've conditioned yourself for some bullshit, and you think it's true. Because it's the nonsense, a thought is an illusion that you're now focusing on, and that has become your reality, and you're following this false reality. Reality is an illusion that you focus on. You can't find it in any book. You know, it's my own conjuring up. And so you understand it, because that's the way it is. You focus on the illusion and you think it's a reality. So, therefore, understand what you're thinking on, that you're trying to strive for, is nonsense. Once you discredit that thought and that thinking, then you will not follow it. The reason you're striving for it is because you want to satisfy your ego, and you have believed that what you think is correct and has credibility, that you gotta have her to feel good about yourself. You don't. You can simply dislike her and focus on the things that she's done wrong and the things you don't like about her. The fact that she's left, you don't like it. So if you don't like the things that she's done, and including that she's left, why would you like someone that you're supposed to not like? Because she's done things that is not liked by you. So you actually want to like somebody who has treated you in a way that you don't like. Obviously, she's left, you don't like it, but you still want to like something that you don't like. Doesn't make sense, does it? Let's move on. Hope that was something for you to ponder. John says, I love how you can relate stuff to make sense of it. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. Guys, what time is it? Could someone tell me what time it is? Because I don't want to keep you guys here for the rest of the day. Anyone? Prince? Anjita says, I love how you explain things, life, etc. Love from Florida. Love you too, dear. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. You makes it all better here. So, anyone tell me what time it is? Thanks for the answer. Alan says, it actually has nothing about my value. You think. That's what you believe. It has nothing to do with your value, but it does. You want it, whether you notice it or not. Logically, it isn't there. And he continues, I think it is more like because I still don't want to share her with somebody else. What is to share? It's not yours to share. She doesn't belong to you. And you shouldn't want something that doesn't belong to you. You shouldn't want someone who doesn't want to be wanted by you. Have respect for yourself. Don't mushy on someone's ass just because your desire for intimacy or your ego tells you that I want her. Have a control on what you want her. Unwant her. It all stems because you want her. Unwant her. It's in your mind. It's in your control. Unwant her. Don't protect your ego, and don't go for the desire that is not something that you should desire. Have a decision on them. Don't run like a donkey runs after, hay just because it's there. I gotta have it. No, decide. I don't want to have it because that hay is in shit. That's not a quality I want. That's not a girl I want. I want some girl that wants me. If she doesn't want me, she goes with somebody else. It's not up to my standards. I don't want that. Unwant her. Then you will not follow her. And stop justifying your desire for her. There is no justification. Your mind doesn't accept it, well, it should accept it. Just because your mind doesn't accept it, that doesn't mean it's the way it should be. You are the master, not your mind. Your mind is stupid. You should not believe your mind. Yeah? It's not good for you, don't believe it. It's giving you suffering, as you can see, therefore, logically, you got to stay away from it. If every time you would think that way, you would get a shock, like if you touch the heater, you would not touch the heater anymore because you have a physical reaction to it. So if your mind tells you something you got to do, and you can see it's not making you feel good, well, that's your signal. If it's not making you feel good, don't want her. Don't want her. Don't want that thing that doesn't make you feel good. And many things that make you feel good, you should not want it either, because it's not good for your health. It's not good for advancement. In your negotiating of life, in your tranquility, in your certainty, in your psychological security, in your happiness. So you got to use analytical abilities that you have to see what you should not follow or pursue. Not just because I want it, therefore it's justified. Because I want it, then I got to go get it. No. As wrong as it sounds, I feel like I'm unable to change it on my mind. Yes, you can. Because you have thought that what comes into your mind is you and the desire of you and how it should be, because you think mine is the one that should be believed and accepted and trusted. No. You become the master, free from your thoughts, therefore you will not follow the thoughts that often they're wrong, leading you wrong. You gotta have a judgment. Is it good for me or not? Doesn't matter. If it tastes good. It's poison, I don't want it. I don't care how good it tastes. Move on. Armin says, greeting dear Mehran from Bosnia. Hello dear. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Okay. Another amazing live stream. Okay, thank you. Thanks for doing this and keep helping people all around the world. Good. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you enjoying it. Then on that note, please remember, guys, do check my site. Take a look at the free chapter I have on my books. Read the table of the contents, see how it does. I've written all these books for you guys so you don't have to be stuck in looking for me to ask questions. Many of these answers is in there for you to ponder on. And the book that I've written, as I mentioned to you, Me, My Psyche and I, that has lots of stuff in here that can help you. Or another one that is Transient Thoughts and Me, which is about thoughts that comes to your head and you don't know what to do with it, what it means and so on. It can explain to you in a very simple form, very easy to understand form, like you and I are talking. Go on my site, take a look at table of contents and read the chapters and see if that's for you, and get the ebook version of it, which is much cheaper than the paper version. And then you advance your understanding of these sort of things that you're interested in. One-on-one is available. Skype consultations always available that I do all around the week, all around the world, with people around the world. And also on my YouTube channel, you have over 440 some odd videos, short and long, deep detail on psyche, thoughts, consciousness, desire, ego, and fear, and short ones right to the point of a question based on all these live talks and Q&As that we have done. So you have lots of support and help, and share the videos that you like. Go on my Facebook page and like it and be in touch as you are right now, and therefore help the channel to be known by more people, because my videos are a little different and I don't know how to tag it and all that sort that well. So you guys share it and let everybody know that this channel exists, this Facebook exists, and the books exist, and share them, so this will let people know about my work, and also more people will be helped because you introduce them to them. Guys, could you please, somebody tell me what time is it, or maybe I should look at it. Prince, where are you? Somebody in California tell me what time it is. I think I've gone overboard today by so many questions that we have here, and I'm grateful. That's right, Russell. That's right. Murtaza, well said. I really needed someone to say this. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, it's 12 to Alex, thank you very much. Where have you been? You've been away. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Oh, did I hit 10,000 on YouTube today, Prince? Thank you for letting me know. Good. That's good news. Okay, guys, remember, share the videos you like, promote the channel and what we're doing here, and I hope that you all will be having a wonderful week to come. Deal with the issues that you want, and have a wonderful day, wonderful week. Be good to yourself and to the others. I love you all. Thank you for being here. And tomorrow on the amazing things in the world, I have another live talk, and I'll put the post on my Facebook page. And otherwise, I will see you guys hopefully next week, Saturday. And again, don't forget to share the videos that you like, and check my site and check the Facebook often. Talk to you guys later, and thanks for being here. Bye for now.